What's up, guys? Welcome to a new video. My name is Joop from the Clips, aka Macaroni with the Cheese, and today I got a brand new video for you guys. There are a few subjects that I want to talk with you guys. We got the S&P around 520. The dollar is 105, and we are mid earnings season, and we have seen that Shopify not doing it great. They had minus 20%, and it's now around the price of $58. So that could be almost like 25% or something. Uber also went down. They had a net loss. They did pretty good on revenue. We can start with Uber. So this is a chart on quarterchart.com. It's free. You can see the first 100 companies for free. You can see how they do their revenue, gross profit, operating, and net income, and they will show it by chart. So as you can see, quarter one, the revenue of Uber was pretty much higher than last year, and that's pretty much positive. So the revenue is still going up. Gross profit was a little bit down. Net income also was down. So that was the main reason why Uber didn't do it pretty great. So that's the reason why Uber pretty much went down, and it went down for significantly, let me see, all the way up down to around 10%. It was trading around $64, but it went back up around $66. So that was the main reason why Uber pretty much, they beat the earnings, but it went down because the overall income that they have with their money is positive, but they did lost on the earnings season because of the net income, as you can see here. 654 million they lost on their net income. So that was basically the main reason why Uber went down. The operating expenses also went up. Selling, general, admin, and in differences with Q4 2000, so last year Q4. So that pretty much shows you what's the main reason why Uber didn't do so well. So the next one is Shopify. I cannot show you a chart of Shopify, but I can show you it on TradingView. So Shopify went down, as you can see, this black candle, and it lost a significant amount of money. So it is 24%, all the way up from $77 per share. It went down all the way down to $58 per share. So I'm happy that I sold all my Shopify shares, and I don't think that I will continue to invest in this stock. Although I do like the company, I like the founder, I like his vision for the company, but I do think that in the next few months and years that it will not continue to grow because of the whole narrative that people cannot expend more. The economy is still strong, but to continue on the same pace, I do think that consumer expenses are going down. So, but it's still a nice company that I like. I like the CEO. I like the strategy that they have. It's an e-commerce company, but we all have to see what they're basically going to do for the next few weeks and months and years. But for now, I will keep it alone and not invest in Shopify. So Airbnb. Let's see if I can see. I can take a look on Airbnb on. Oh no, it's the 144. So I can look it up on quarter chart, but I can look it up on TradingView. So on TradingView, it also took a loss 11% from their earnings report. So, well, we all have to see what Airbnb is going to do. I still like the company, but it's pretty much, it depends on consumer spending and what they are doing, and if they are planning to go vacation, etc., etc. So we have to wait and see what Airbnb is going to do. We had Disney, we had Palantir. So Palantir also took a hit. Palantir also took a loss. So at their high, they was at $25 per share, but now they're at $20 per share. So they pretty much took a loss. I'm gonna see if I can look it up on quarter chart. No, it's 404. So on quarter chart, it's pretty much a nice website to use and to look up stocks. And they pretty much show it in real charts. It's good for visualization. So the first 100 companies, they're pretty much free. You can look them up and they will show you in nice graphics. So yeah, as you can see, Tesla is not making enough, the same amount of revenue as last quarter 2020, last quarter 2023. As you can see, the gross profit also went down. Operating income went down because they reduced the costs. So we have to see the margin also went down. Net income went down. So Q4 2023, it was around 31%, and now in Q1 it went all the way to 5%. So you can also see it in the chart that Tesla is going down. So you see it's at $168 per share, and we touched the high last April, 29th of April, around $200. So I think that Tesla is not done with those lower levels. So we have to wait and see what it's gonna do for the next few weeks and months. So I think it could touch around the 140s again, and then I will maybe try to add some shares. But I think that Tesla is not done with those lower levels. So we have to wait and see what Tesla is gonna do. Let's continue on Tesla chart where we can see more. So the operating expenses on Tesla is pretty much went up. Selling general administrative expenses around 1.2 trillion, and it went up for 1.3 in quarter 1 2024. The EBITDA went down. Earnings per share also went down. As you can see, the earning per share is significantly went down. It went here from $2.49 to $37. So Tesla has a lot explaining to do, but we all have to see what's gonna happen. But I don't think that Tesla is done with those lower levels. So we could see Tesla going back around the 140 level. So we have to wait and see what's basically is happening for those charts. So this chart is basically telling you that how the summer rallies are happening for the last few years, from 1950 up until 2023. So normally on the seasonal year, in an election year like this year, April should be bullish, but we have seen that April this year went down almost 4 to 5%, and the first quarter of the year are bullish. The first January is bullish. It gave us 2%. February was bearish, but this year it gave us 4%. March is also bearish, so that coincides with this chart. But April is bullish normally on a seasonal note, on a presidential year. But this year it gave us minus 4%, and we are currently in May. So May is slightly bullish, and we have to wait to see. We are mid-May. We are now. Today is the 11th of May. Yes, the 11th of May. And June, July, and August are bullish. More bullish than the month May, as you can see, but we have to wait and see what this year is gonna bring us. So normally on a seasonal note, guys, the electional year is very bullish. As you can see, it's much more bullish than this, but it's the same as April. But this year it gave us minus 4%. So September, so those 2 months are bearish, and that's normal. And I can understand it, but because this is the period where there's a lot of uncertainty and doubt. That's because there's not a choice made of who's gonna be the next president. So it's logic for those periods to be very uncertain. So this year is gonna be between these two guys, and we have to wait and see what they're gonna bring us this year. But yeah, we're gonna see what's happening. We're gonna see. So let's continue. So there's a lot of uncertainty and doubt in the month September and October. That's because there's not a president selected. It's pretty much a lot of uncertainty and doubt. And for the month November, that's the month that they're gonna select a president, and in that month is gonna be bullish. So we have to wait and see who's gonna be the president of this year. It's gonna be between Biden and Trump. And from the month November and December, they are pretty much bullish year if we can see it on the seasonal note. So this chart goes all the way back up to 1950 until 2023. So yeah, it's a good chart to see what's basically happening on an electional year. So I hope you learned something out of this, and to see how you can imply this information on your stocks, buying and selling your stocks. So let's continue. What I have more for you guys. So lately I've been pretty much doing a lot of trading and learning how to trade, and I find it very interesting to learn and to see how the market is moving. So on that note, I wanted to give a quick update on how the euro dollar is doing. On that note, I wanted to give you a quick update how the euro dollar is doing. So as you can see on the weekly, we had a high back in December 2023, and here April 2024 we had a high around $1.08, and we had a low around $1.05. On the daily, we had the same high around the $1.08, and this is a daily sell side imbalance, buy side efficiency. And as you can see, it pretty much rejected here of, so it respected this daily sell side imbalance, buy side efficiency, and this fair value gap on the 4 hour, it pretty much got respected also. But if I put it on a monthly, you will see that the euro dollar is basically going sideways. So here you have seen it was going down, then it went up, and now it's pretty much going sideways. And yeah, so that will let us know that the market is pretty much solid. Also, the pound, same, is pretty much going sideways. As you can see, we had our lows in 2022 around $1.06, and it's pretty much interesting to see what those pairs are doing. So gold is around 2,361, and we have to wait and see what's pretty much the market have in front of us. So we are still neutral. We went all the way to fear at 44, and we had fear in 40 for the fear and greed index, but now we're back to neutral for 48, and we have to see what the fix is doing. The fix is around 12, so that means there's no volatility on the markets. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what it has for us. Also, the 2-year yield, it reached all the way up to 5%, but now it's back to 4.8. We still got interest rate at 5.5 and inflation 3.5. So inflation is still sticky. We got oil $78 per barrel. So pretty much interesting to see. But then let me switch up to the SPY, because I've been listening what people are saying, and a lot of people think that there's gonna be a double top and then we going down. So we have to stay patient and do your due diligence on the market, what it's basically gonna do. But most of the people think that the narrative is that the SPY is gonna make a double top and then come down. Also, what you have seen, Bitcoin. So if I put Bitcoin on the, as you can see, what the most people think is that it's gonna make a big M. So that's the narrative of those people who I follow on Twitter, X account. But keep in mind, guys, always do your own due diligence, always do your own research, and never trust those people on the internet. Never trust those economic analysis, because they all have made many mistakes. So don't want to put your trust in those guys, because they're also not knowing what they do. So always important to do your own due diligence. But as you can see, Bitcoin is making a big M. So this was the first part, and he's creating now the second part. So do your due diligence, guys. It's not financial advice. To want you guys to do your due diligence. And on Ethereum, we could reach levels around the 2000. As you can see, it had a top back in 2021. Pretty much this run, a lot of people make a lot of money with this run. This run from the COVIDs until December 2021. In this run, a lot of people make money in this run. So we have to see what the market is gonna do. I do think that Ethereum and Bitcoin is gonna reach some lower levels before we're gonna make a run again. But we have to stay patient and see what the market have got for us. QQQ, also same narrative. So, or is it gonna continue with this and going higher? We have to wait and see, guys. We have to wait and see what the market's got it. But always do your own due diligence. So guys, I'm pretty much at the end of my video. I hope you learned something today. Also follow me on my Twitter account, my TikTok account, Wavy Gray, where I also try to share some knowledge about crypto stocks and investing. And hit me up on my TikTok account. Also, my YouTube channel is still doing it great. I hope you learn everything day that I try to share some knowledge with you guys, and how to be more sufficient with your money and try to create some financial freedom for you guys. Also, next week, earnings season, we got Alibaba on the Tuesday, and JD. So we got Chinese earnings seasons coming next week, the week of 13th of May. So we have to do our due diligence and see what the week got ahead of us. So next week, Baba and JD are the two companies that I'm gonna watch, because I have a few positions in those stocks. And yeah, keep it coming. Last but not least, also follow me on my X account, joopvdclips.eth, and where I always try to share a lot of knowledge with you guys, because I do think we live in a very special time, and with a lot of things happening in the world. And I do think that it will continue this year, but in 2025 it's going to be worse. So with that being said, I hope you learned something today. Always try due diligence. It's not financial advice. I'm just a guy on Twitter running his mouth. And I will see you guys in the next video. And have a great weekend. And we out. Peace.